Hi, in this video we are showing how the bound resources system in LibrePlan works. This is a way of connecting assignable workers to own user accounts in the application. In this way, these users will have access to a personal dashboard where they will be able to see their daily planning or fill in their own timesheets. First, we log in with an administrator user and select the menu entry Resources Workers, where all the list of plannable resources are shown. Then we are going to create a new worker, Mike Smith, for instance. Now, he could be a not bound resource, that is just a resource I could assign to tasks but will not log in into LibrePlan. We could bind him to any of the existing user accounts, that are the ones displayed here in this combo, which could have been introduced manually or imported from an existing LDAP. Or, like in this case, create a new user account in the system to bind the worker to. So, we save, and we already have our bound resource. Now we could go to the user edition account to modify his permissions and allow him to do things like planning, accessing reports, or managing resources. So we assign him some criteria. We will specify that he's a developer, for instance. We could also modify his calendar, adding modification to his base calendar, fine-tuning his work week, adding exceptions, holidays, or activation periods on the organization. So we save, and now we go back to the company view, and let's assign the new worker to the planning of an existing task. We enter inside the project on which he's going to participate, and on it there will be a task called Feature 1 that we want to assign to Mike Smith. We double-click or right-click the task to open the assignment pop-up, and then we select this worker and add him to the planning of the task, which will by default assign all the task load with a dedication of 1 resource per day. We could have decided to do a generic assignment for the developer criteria, and LibrePlan would have assigned automatically this resource satisfying that criteria with more availability on the interval. So we save it, and this is all from the point of view of the administrator. We log out and we log in again, this time with a new bound user account. So we can see that his landing point is a personal dashboard. On it there are several sections. The first one is called My Tasks and shows a listing of all the tasks that have been assigned to him with their estimated starting and end dates and progress or devoted time. Other section is a listing of his periodic timesheets, where he will be able to write down the hours assigned to different tasks on which he has participated on a monthly or weekly basis. And the third one is showing his personal expenses, and as he has the default permissions to report them. So we enter inside one of the monthly timesheets, and we indeed see the task Feature 1 that is assigned to him on this month, and we can start tracking the time dedicated to it. Through these sheets, he can specify the time he devoted per task and day on a very compact and informative interface. It's possible to add also new tasks not planned initially, but that he might have needed to devote time to. So we save the timesheet, and this is automatically filling the plan in real time, which allows calculating the costs. This time, we will log in with another user that has already filled her timesheets with more information, Sarah Doe, for instance. She also has a bound resource, besides of having PM permissions. We see that we have a lot of information at a glimpse, as the worked hours or the number of tasks on which she has participated each month. When entering inside of one of the timesheets, we can see also the amount of workable hours she has each day and the total one, the time she devoted to each task per day, and that compared with the load she had available. So we can see also if she had needed to do extra work over the original planning, how much each day, on which tasks, and the totals. The devoted time can be introduced with a format of hours, colon, and minutes, like 1:30, or as the decimal amount of hours, like 1.5, and that would be translated automatically into minutes. We could also move to another month and see her planning for that interval, the days she has defined as workable or not, and with how many workable hours according to her personal calendar, or if she has holidays planned. She could report hours those days, but all of them would be shown as extra hours. Also, expenses sheets can be introduced from the personal dashboard. They are intended to track other money spent assigned to the execution of tasks apart from the dedication in terms of hours. Just creating a new expenses sheet or modifying an existing one, and adding the tasks, the economic costs and dates, and an optional description, the expenses are created. We could see how, of course, the time dedication and expenses written through those sheets are shown on the costs bars of the planning view, the earned value graphs, appear on the reports, or are aggregated on the project dashboards where the status of the projects can be seen from a graphical and grouped perspective. So, and summing up, this is the way of collaborating among project managers and bond resources in LibrePlan. Thank you.